I feel like every time people now try to prove me wrong with Anthony, he comes out with a video that proves me right. So, you told me that it is Amber's fault why he's in all of this scenario. So right now, this is Amber's fault too. Let's go.
She can go back to Amber Ty and then we can be the Daltons, right? Wouldn't that be like a lot less awkward?
I see what you're saying, but honestly, like, it's, it's just the last name. I mean, I don't think she would want to keep it after we get divorced.
Just a last name. Why would you say that? Last names are very important. And I feel like if Amber just goes back to Amber Ty, then things can just go back to, I would say how they were, but like much better. And we can finally really all the way move on with our lives.
All right, so you realize that Shayla is being trifling by going at the last name thing. Well, who cares? After a divorce, who cares what name you want to keep? No one cares, really and truly. I mean, as long as it's not messing your name up or it's not doing anything at all to your name, and all right, who cares? Again, I'm going to say who cares. But notice that Anthony hasn't said anything at all because, of course, he's not thinking about marrying Shayla. So for all those people who keep giving me that the reason why he has changed into this being, and this is what we're arguing. We're not arguing anything else except we're right here where Shayla and Anthony are, and we're arguing that he's in this position because of himself and not because of Amber. Notice he's not saying anything. Let's go.
I mean, me filing for a divorce is enough saying that I'm moving on with my life, right?
Yeah, but do you, hey son, hey, come on, come back, baby. Gotta watch him, look at him. I'm just saying, baby, we have such a beautiful family. I would love it if, you know, Amber just changed her name back to where it was before. I don't want to have the same last name as her. That would be awkward.
Same last name.
Yeah, same last name. It's like we're family.
Right.
Nothing. He can't answer because he doesn't want the woman. He doesn't want to marry the woman, right? He's not sure that he wants to get in another marriage right now. And instead of saying that, this was the same problem I had again, which is why me and the Wayne and the Amber thing have issues. If you want to tell me about the whole idea of Amber being trifling before, you can. But this is where it runs into problems where you try to say that Amber is the one that is changing Anthony. It runs into problem because Anthony does these things. These let me go along with the BS. And then when he goes along with the BS, he says it's somebody else's fault why he went along with the BS. There's no accountability at all. And you can tell that a lot of people are out there. Whoever it's that is siding with this crap, it's obvious where you guys are. You're not taking... It's like you can't see where the accountability comes in. I don't know how you can't see it.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as, we get through the divorce, it'll be fine. I mean, we go on with our lives. I mean, there's a bunch of Daltons out here, probably.
I know, but it's not the same. You know, you try to make it sound like name is not important. A man's name is everything to him and his family. And it's everything to you and yours. Kai.
Well,
Come on,
yeah,
son.
I just,
Come on.
I'll think about it.
Okay, well, think about it quickly because that time is coming soon, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's obvious the time is not coming soon. He's being forced again into marriage. And he cannot... This is the problem that's happening, guys. I read a comment and someone kept talking about the whole idea of, hey, we're trying to make Amber into this, this victim. For this situation with the baby and everything, yes, she's a victim. If you want to argue me that, okay, Anthony slept with Shayla, so that, that's his get back with I don't know, with Wayne, hey, fine, go ahead for that. But what you cannot argue and what you cannot say is that he becomes this victim all of a sudden. That's what we're arguing. And I think that's what a lot of people are missing. He cannot all of a sudden become the victim while having a child and while he's being forced into another marriage and is not saying anything. This was the same reason why he got into whatever it is in the first place. Because when he had the opportunity to divorce Amber after he found out about the nonsense with Wayne, he didn't. And he's making the same mistake again. So no, in other words, the first time was Amber, and Amber is causing him again to just going along with what Shayla is saying, even though he hears and he realizes that she's saying to him, hey, I want to get married and we're about to get married and da 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 da. That's what she's saying. And you can see it on his face. He's going along with it, and it's the same pattern again. This is not an Amber problem. Amber's problems are, at this point, different from Anthony's problem. This is an Anthony problem. Anthony's the problem of trying to say yes to save face, and that never works. Sometimes people do this where they say yes to save face, and come to find out they cannot fulfill the promises. And that's what's happening with Anthony. It's not at all about Amber changing him. But hey, let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and talk to y'all soon.